Let's talk elimination diets, shall we? You see, there is great talk lately about the carnivore diet and its several forms. You have BBBBE, you have lion diet, you have animal based. Some say this is the best, others say that one is the better one. But what to take from all of this information and different opinions and perspectives? You see, it appears that for the best mental, emotional, and physical performance, the lion diet, meaning fatty ruminant meat with or without salt, and some water, of course, might be the best overall. You see, beef, lamb, goat, deer, bison will be the most eliminatory diet out there. Even if you have the highest of the highest sensibilities, going here, especially with fresher meat that has least histamine, will be your best bet. And it might even be intelligent for a little while if you're trying to heal yourself from previous conditions and sensitivities to go for some time here. But please remember that when we become too strict with ourselves, sometimes it's harder to stick with something which is good, and we end up going to the far side of grains and legumes and beans and not so great highly processed foods. And thus it's best to strict yourself to this than to strict yourself to this and end up not such a great path. You see, ruminants, pork, eggs, poultry, fruit, salt, maybe even chocolate, maybe even some dairy might be really good, and you might not be even sensitive to those. So instead of going all in or all out, try to do the best for yourself, trying to heal yourself and understanding that a high percentage of this will be very nice for you. But do not let too much rules make you lose sight of this, and especially this, because what's matter most is consistency, is that you take this through the years instead of these 2 months. The conclusion I take is that too much rules will mean we end up quitting. But some rules will help us achieve the desired results. You don't want to do salt daily, but don't fear it. You don't want to do pork daily, but don't fear it. If you're invited to go to somebody's house for dinner and it's pork or poultry, and you fear that it is not as perfect as this, sure, try it out. If you don't feel next time, don't eat it if you don't feel well. But maybe the reaction won't be as big as you thought. Remember, even the worst of the worst of this or this or this will still be 10 times better than the best of the best grain or other type of these roots or other type of vegetables that do the biggest harm to ourselves. You see, soy and corn, these highly processed and even genetically modified foods are the biggest culprits. You see, dairy, some forms of dairy, some people tolerate. Some people are okay with cow, but not with sheep and goat. Other people are the opposite. Some people do well with raw dairy. Other people do well with all types of dairy. You test out for yourself. if you are doing this and you feel perfectly at peace, continue. It might be the best of the best. But if you're starting to want to quit, instead of quitting all the way to the other side, stick within these boundaries. Maybe even go for some chocolate, who knows? Maybe even go for something else that is not on this list that will not cause you big harm. I know some people that are doing mostly carnivore diet for years and they eat einkorn sourdough bread daily because they have found out that the fermentation and the fact that it's an old grain lets them be at ease. So always remember, it's not a all in, all out, or all or nothing approach. The most important thing is that you look out your mental health for your emotional and physical health. And if you eat some bacon and you feel pissed off right after, don't eat that piece of bacon next time. Try to find out if it's some antioxidant or some dextrose or maltodextrin or whatever that they put in there. And after you get one that is cleaner, that is more simple, find out next time. Try to get as clean versions. Maybe try go to the store, and you might find that most bacon, most pork ways, most poultry versions are not so clean. So try to find this balance, because no highly processed food that are on the other side will be clean either, and far less clean, because there's always some form of filtering right here. Some form, I'm not saying it's great, but there is always some form of filtering that the animal does. The same way the water in a piece of fruit or coconut or whatever, it will always be somewhat filtered. The water in our tissues will always be somewhat filtered from the one we drank. So yeah, elimination or no elimination, what matters is what works for you. I hope you learned or relearned something from this video. If you liked it, if you enjoyed, leave a like please. Send this video to somebody who might be benefiting from hearing this, recalling some idea, whatever. And if you want to see videos around body, around mind, or even home, I post out those as well. So hit that subscribe button and you will be the first one to get those. Bye.